Hello and welcome to the BS with the Boys podcast. This is Logan, Khalid, and Gavin with us today, as along with Jesse, who's on the phone. So, usually we'll just talk first about like what we've been doing, but fuck it, we're gonna talk about Ninja Turtles today. It's been a month since it's come out. I saw it a few times in theater. Khalid and Gavin did not just watched it right now at my house. Jesse, when did you see it?
I saw it I think a few days after it came out.
Okay. All right, so should we just jump right into it? Like, just fuck it, just go right into opinions? Because I was really looking forward to this.
Here, we'll start with mine, since my audio will probably be the least audible. But so from what I heard from Logan, he loved that movie.
Yes, I did.
Like he rated it perfect 10 out of 10. Now I don't want to start off arguing.
Okay. All right.
Don't get me wrong. I thought it was a good movie. There was just some things about it that I didn't really care for.
Okay, elaborate, because I think I know what you're gonna say, and I agree with you to an extent.
It's a few things.
Okay.
The first off, Splinter in that movie was just not it.
All right, I'll accept that.
I really didn't care for Splinter at all. He wasn't even some karate master. He was literally just a rat.
You didn't see how he beat their ass in the fucking
okay, but the whole backstory for Splinter is that he usually had prior experience before, with the turtle, before raising the turtles. He's supposed to be he's supposed to be the rat of a ninja master, or he himself is a ninja master who became a rat. But this dude was just a rat who taught himself karate. Which, I get it, the movies did it too, but I didn't really care for that either.
I understand that. I see where you're coming from.
Another thing, Donnie's voice really pissed me off.
I'll give you that too. Out of all their voices, I was like, he sounds the fucking youngest. Because I know your guys' complaint was that they all sounded like they were younger. Yeah, with the staff. For most of them, I didn't agree, but Don, I'm like, yeah, he sounds like hasn't even hit puberty yet.
Listen, I could at least get used to the others, but Don, you know what's weird too? Because even though I was hating on his voice the most, he was honestly the funniest turtle out of all of them. He was the most entertaining turtle.
Anything else?
Leo was a little cuck. Raph was a fucking psycho. And then Mikey, I guess he was chill, but he wasn't as entertaining as he should have been. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, and that's my other thing. Leo, I didn't like how he was the one who had a crush on April. That shit was weird.
I'll give you that too.
That's what I didn't say that, but that's what I was.
Jesse, did you see the TikTok? I saw a TikTok where it was like, Michelangelo had a crush on April in the 90s movie and then the Michael Bay ones. Donatello had a crush on her in the 2012 cartoon. Leonardo liked her in this one. I saw something where it was like, Raphael, the only one now, is the lone wolf.
Raphael, the only one, right?
There's no comics where it's him?
No, because it's it's usually Mikey, and then the 2012 did it with Donnie, which
that relationship sucks. That whole I'm watching the 2012 show. I'm halfway through it. I thought it's cringy as fuck between the two of them.
It is honestly kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. Not the show, but that.
Oh, the show's really good.
Okay. Other than that, though, the movie was pretty good. I think it was interesting how they did it with mutants rather than just fighting Shredder. Mm-hmm. That whole thing with Stockman creating the mutants was interesting.
It was a little weird they didn't make him the Fly, because usually he's the one who turns into the Fly.
Yeah.
I also find it funny that they casted such an esteemed actor for a 10-minute role.
Which actor?
5, 10, 15, not even that, 10 to 15 seconds.
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo.
Who was from Mandalorian.
He's such a famous actor. And he was in the movie for 20, 25, maybe 20 minutes.
Not even that,
bro, there was a couple.
Probably 1 minute to, I'll give you maybe at most 5. Not even close to 20 minutes.
I remember Gav going, "Who is that? His voice is familiar." And then he says something, and tell me, I didn't even think of Gus. I thought of his role in Far Cry 6. And then I was like, "Oh, it's that dude."
What is he called?
Castellio, Anton Castillo.
Anton Castillo.
By the way, all-star cast. If you just look at the list at the end, I saw it with somebody, like, I had no fucking idea Paul Rudd
Yeah,
was that voice. He was one of the best. I'll say, for a movie with celebrity voices...
Rogen.
Movie
I don't
was,
even know who the fuck Seth Rogen was.
Right? I didn't recognize
he was
any of
Bebop.
the
He was also the main writer and producer.
Yeah, who the hell is Bebop?
He was the warthog. John Cena was was Rocksteady the rhinoceros. Rose Byrne, who she was in Neighbors. She played Seth Rogen's wife in Neighbors. She was Leatherhead. Post Malone was the Manta Ray.
Post Malone was in the movie?
Dude, I'm telling you, fucking all-star cast, dude. All the
That's crazy.
Mr. Beast is in it. You catch him?
What?
Remember in the park that, like, it looks like the one tourist walks up to Splinter's, like, and touches his ears like it's real. I touched it. That's Mr. Beast. You even see his logo on the shirt. On his shirt.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
All right.
Yeah, I remember I saw it.
There was a tweet about people found that. I didn't even, because I saw it before it came out, like a few days, and he tweeted about it. I think like the day the movie came out. So like, and I was like, who the fuck was he? And he was literally, it was credited as he was a tourist, and he's the guy who walks up like he touches Splinter's ears, and like if you look at his shirt, you can see the Mr. Beast logo on the side.
Oh yeah, that was another thing I found interesting about the movie. It's because usually Splinter is like all chill. He's like, listen, bro, like, just make sure you don't get seen in the surface. In this movie, he's like, man, the humans, bro. I don't want y'all to be affiliated with them motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah.
He was basically just racist against humans. That was my first thought.
He saw the error in his ways with the fucking Superfly.
Okay, Jesse, you agree though, right? Great animation. I think everybody's got to agree on that. That's like the best part of the movie.
Yeah, it was good. I just think, personally, I don't know if it was just me. This one felt a little, I don't know how to say it, but it didn't feel as, like, detailed. Like, you know how you have, like, Spider-Verse or, like, the Puss in Boots movie or, like, even, like, the Mitchells vs. Machines, that comic book style.
By the way, Mitchells vs. the Machines, same director and same writer.
They're the same one?
Yeah. And Phil Lord and Chris Miller from Spider-Verse were, like, vaguely involved. Because I read some articles saying they gave, like, input to him. Because Jeff Rowe, the director, he was a main writer on Gravity Falls. The creator of Gravity Falls is the voice of Scumbug. Alex Hirsch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes way too much sense, actually.
So, it had those connections. Because Phil Lord and Miller were producers on Mitchells vs. the Machines. And I read some article saying, like, they gave them input. Like, they helped out a little. But they weren't credited, but they helped out a little bit. What were you going to say? No, you finish your thoughts, because I want to jump to everybody else, too.
It was just, I don't know if it's just, like, me being picky or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like the background for the movie, not like the, like, things behind it, but, like, literally the actual, like, scenery. It just felt like it wasn't as good as it should have been. I feel like it was, like...
It was unfinished? That was the point. It was meant to look like...
I didn't really care for that, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, I'll give my thoughts on that when I get to it. Because I'm going to be the last one, but...
You're the last one?
Who wants to go next?
You.
7.5.
You want me to go 7.5? Alright.
Yeah.
So you want me to go next? Okay. I think I'm starting to realize why you want me to go next, but... Okay.
I'm going to be talking for about a half hour.
Me and you.
No, because I'm thinking me and Jesse liked it, the two of you didn't. That's what I'm thinking to guess at.
That's what I was
going to say.
They want to get all the good stuff out of the way and then flame the shit out of the movie.
Okay,
you know those me and my bro memes? That's what I'm expecting.
You want me to start? Okay. So as you know, I was really looking forward to it. Look, I could have been... Look, I'm not going to love a Ninja Turtles movie just because it's a Ninja Turtles movie. Ninja Turtles 3 sucks ass, alright? I'm not going to defend a Ninja Turtles movie if it's bad. Ninja Turtles 3 sucks ass. The animated TMNT is alright. One great scene with Raph versus Leo in that, but it's a fine movie. The Michael Bay one I enjoy, but I understand why people call them bad.
I get it.
So look, I was really looking forward to it, and I remember like a week before it came out, I was starting to get a little worried, because I saw the clip where she keeps on saying sus on TikTok, like before I saw it, I was like, that's a little weird. And then I saw the bacon, egg, and cheese part, and I was like, this is starting to get a little...
I saw that on TikTok.
No, sorry.
And that deterred me so much.
No, not that part. The BTS. That most of the pop culture references didn't bother me. I hated the BTS one. That was like, all right, that's a little too much. Look, I was hyped for it, and I got even more hyped because because I saw it like 3 or 4 days before it came out at like an early screening, and I had just read like 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like I was reading nothing but rave things about it. And so, but I went in thinking like, all right, maybe people are hyped, and I think now it's still at like a 97.
What is Spider-Verse at?
95, I checked.
No way.
It shouldn't be higher than Spider-Verse.
There's no way.
I sent you. Remember, I sent you a tweet that said it's the highest rated film of the summer.
Check it right now.
Yeah, check both.
No, because I didn't believe it either. Like even I was like, yeah, I don't.
This should not be higher than Spider-Verse, man.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you want me to
I
show you
honestly
proof?
don't think it's as good as Spider-Verse. That's why it's like...
It's nowhere near
it's
as good as
not.
Spider-Verse.
It's not.
That's what I was gonna tell you guys though. You guys are in the minority if you don't like it, because it's gonna Across the Spider-Verse.
It is.
95%.
Okay.
What's it at?
It's 97.
Damn, man. What's you said Across the Spider-Verse is 95?
Across the Spider-Verse.
What's the first
I
one?
think the first one's slightly higher. Let's check. 97, so they're tied.
That's
Why is
crazy.
the first Spider-Verse higher than...
I don't get that either. That's weird. I don't get that
That's
either.
stupid.
What's the audience score is higher for
What's the Puss in Boots movie?
that was I think tied with Turtles in 97. Let me check.
The first Spider-Verse movie, it's good. I just think it's overhyped.
95.
Facts.
95.
What'd you say, Jesse?
I said, I'm not gonna lie. I like the first Spider-Verse movie. I just think it's kind of overhyped.
Now it is, but back 4 years ago when it dropped.
Even when before the second one came out, I thought it was kind of overhyped.
The second one?
No, the first
Or
one.
the first one?
The second one's a masterpiece.
I was talking to Paul about it because you hate his opinions. He loved the first Spider-Verse, gave it a 10 out of 10.
He's wrong.
He had Spider-Verse 2 at an 8 out of 10. He lowered it to a 7.
What?
Yeah, no.
His reasoning was he said he hated the Spider Society at this whole
Really
second half.
swap the ratings. That's what mine is. No.
No, for Spider-Verse, I'll put it at
I'd
8.
give it a 7.
8 or a 9.
For the
No,
first
it's higher
one.
than the 7. I think the first one's higher than the 7.
I'll give it a 7.
I remember being blown away when I saw that movie.
The second one, I'll give 9.2.
I gave the second one a 9. I'm literally, we're both at the same place. Could go up to a 10. I gotta watch it again though.
I haven't seen the movie since we saw it in theaters.
I only saw it once.
Fucking 2 a.m.
You saw it at 2 a.m.? When'd you leave? At like 5?
No. We left the theater at 2
around like 11 when we saw the movie.
We were hanging out one day, just chilling. Went out to go get Krispy Kreme donuts.
I just had Krispy Kreme donuts in Tennessee.
I fucking hate Krispy Kreme.
What?
Nope, can't do it.
And we went to...
Screw you,
We went to
Khalid.
Royal Farms by the school. And we were like, yo, the theater's right here. Let's go see Spider-Verse. And then Khalid was like, no.
Absolutely not.
And then Jesse was like, yes. And I said, all right, we're going to see the movie. Because I was the one driving. I had to find
This
is why I stopped going into his fucking car. Because I always ended up getting kidnapped.
I just remember him calling me and then just like, Jesse, help me convince Khalid to watch Spider-Verse, right? And then Khalid's like begging me. He's like, Jesse, bro, please, bro, you understand. Like, you can't just spring this on me, right? And I was like, Khalid, I agree with you 100%. You can't just spring a late night movie on someone out of the blue with no prior knowledge to this, right? And I said, counterpoint, Spider-Man. And then we went and saw that movie, bro.
Yeah, I think the movie started around 11:30ish. I didn't drop him off maybe until like 2:30, 2:45. So
Yeah,
I was very tired when I saw that movie. So, and I haven't seen it since, but I know it's on Disney Plus now, right? For free?
No, it's not.
I don't think so.
No.
What streaming site is it on?
Because
Paramount. It's on Paramount.
No, it's
What
got
is it?
something with, it would be Netflix actually, because Sony has a
Netflix?
deal with Netflix.
No.
No, so
I
the
don't think
Spider-Man
Netflix
movies are
now.
starting to go to Disney Plus. So like 1, 2, and 3. I think Homecoming, Venom is on there.
Because anytime I go on my PlayStation, I scroll over to the streaming tab.
I mean, look to see where it is.
Into the Spider-Verse is just right there.
On Netflix.
No.
Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse?
Across the Spider-Verse is right there. I'm pretty sure it's on Paramount. Either that or like maybe Max.
Like HBO Max?
No, it's just Max now.
It's just Max now?
Yeah, I hate that. HBO Max. HBO Max is literally one of my favorite streaming services. When they renamed it to Max, I'm like, what the fuck?
No, they didn't rename it to Max. They completely
changed it over. Yeah.
Wait, so like, is HBO no more?
No, Max.
It's
is
just
still,
called Max.
It's still
It's
HBO,
stupid.
but it's not exclusively HBO. Like
Oh.
it's kind of like Verve,
Khalid.
where they partnered with a bunch of other sites to make one big one.
Yeah, until Verve went fucking bankrupt.
What the fuck? Why? Okay.
I don't get it either. I don't get it either because like.
That's just
Because,
not a
like,
good name.
Like, isn't HBO known, like, the name HBO for their, like,
That's what
their
I'm
content, right? The name
They've been
HBO
HBO
is,
since,
like, synonymous
2000.
with, like, great content.
Yeah, they've been HBO since like 2000.
I'm
No,
definitely.
HBO's been a thing since the 80s, dude.
Wait, what?
Really?
My parents had it, yeah.
Quite a while, I would
When
imagine.
was HBO channel launched?
Because
I know it was in the 80s. My parents. 1972. I knew that. I even knew that.
Wow.
Sopranos was, like, late 90s. Started in the late 90s.
That's an HBO show.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. They're known for their great content. They're known for mostly like putting out like high quality shows.
Well, not HBO anymore. If I didn't know
Back
it
in the
was
day
HBO, I
too,
wouldn't-
they were known for their documentaries, which today they suck. Their documentaries, most people say, but like, back in the day they were known.
Their Chernobyl docuseries
I heard,
was
well,
pretty
wasn't
good.
that like was that a documentary?
It was
or
a
that
docuseries. So it was a documentary.
I thought it was
mixed
like
in
one of
with
those
a
like
TV show.
biopics though, where
How
it was
the
like it
fuck
was
does that work?
scripted.
So like Titanic is a technical docu-series in a way. Where
No, they're thinking biopic, where it's like, so that's what I thought it was. It was like, which means like it's scripted, but it follows real events.
No.
Wait. So you talk okay? The Titanic movie is
Scripted.
So what
it's a scripted movie.
what the docu-series is yes, it's a fictional story, but at the same time they jump. You ever watch Band of Brothers?
no.
That's a great show.
That's a docu-series.
That's
because they have moments of them in combat and everything, but then they jump to present day interviewing people who fought in combat.
Wait. Okay.
And then same thing with Chernobyl. They don't have interviews, but they have like people who talk about why their reactor collapsed.
So is it like an actual story in the
There is an actual story
that they're telling
that they tell, but it jumps back and forth between like the story based portion of it, and then the.
So would Oppenheimer
info.
Count as
No, because that's just a history movie.
Titanic wasn't like that though. Titanic's entirely scripted.
Okay. I think I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but they show like like clips and stuff. That's what you're saying,
So
right?
is
Like they'll slice in.
So is it like a retelling of the story, but with like actual witnesses to the story?
Because it's actual actors though. It's like an act. It's like it's scripted though.
Well, what's something that I think? Fuck, what's his name? People like lost their fucking mind. The serial murderer who just had
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. That's a docu-series.
That's scripted too.
Yeah.
Okay,
It has scripted events, but it also has the actual court viewing, interviews from
And they
like the
slice it in there.
judge and everything like that.
And
That is a
sometimes what they'll
docu-series.
do is like they'll use effects to like make it look like it's the actor over the footage.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen Forrest Gump? In Forrest Gump, they put like it's an actual like shot of like JFK, like shaking somebody's hand, but they kind of use effects to make it Tom Hanks's face on the other guy to make it look like he's shaking Forrest Gump's hand. So kind of something like that, where I would assume.
Kind of, but like no, with like the Jeffrey Dahmer show, it was the fictional. Okay, not the fictional. The story of Jeffrey Dahmer played out by actors, and then inside those things, it was interviews from the
Okay.
judge.
All right, I get what you're saying now.
Okay.
Like actual court footage, all that kind of shit. That's what a docu-series is.
Okay.
A documentary is straight information. A docu-series is a mix of both.
So the Chernobyl show or series is.
That's a docu-series.
How do we get to documentaries?
Because you said HBO used to
That's
be
right,
documentaries.
Because I was just thinking, how do we get here?
Okay. I might have to check out that Chernobyl one.
It's pretty good.
We should probably get back on. We're already 20 minutes in.
The person who directed Last of Us directed the Chernobyl series.
That's what I heard too. Last of Us was really good. I liked it a lot.
Didn't watch it.
I
the game.
I really like it.
Okay.
I'm just mad they cut out one of my favorite parts of the game, which is episode 3. And I loved episode 3. Episode 3 was really good.
Bro's mad that he didn't see Joel and Ellie go through a horde of the infected just to see this dude Bob.
Listen.
Wait, what? Are you? Is he being deadass?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just mad that because the portion when they go to meet him, they have to go through all the traps and everything.
I gotta play the game. I own it.
That is one of my favorite parts of the game. Because
That's
then they go to the school.
I'm not saying they couldn't have done that, but it made more sense for a game than it would for a show.
I know, but
yeah, how are you gonna critique that? It's like
I don't know. I mean, I like both how they portrayed it in both ways, but I don't know.
I get what he's saying. I'm not gonna lie. I get
Should
it.
we get back to topic? Because
Yeah.
you guys are gonna go on for a while. I'm thinking.
Finish your summary of
My thoughts. Okay.
Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
So look, I had issues with it. Very small issues for me, but I had issues with it. It didn't bother me that much, but them turning the villains good at the end. That's a trope I kind of don't like in movies, where it's like, hey, the villain turns good.
Thank you for saying that.
What did he say? He cut out for me.
I'm saying, in most superhero movies, I hate the trope when villains turn good. Even in Spider-Man 2, where it makes sense, it still just it just bothers me.
Oh, with Sandman.
To be fair, Blue Beetle is fucking worse in that regard. Holy crap. Spoilers for Blue Beetle, the villain turns good. It's fucking stupid.
I think Jesse likes Blue Beetle over Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What? Wait.
I just want to say something about the trope real quick.
I enjoyed Blue Beetle, but Jesse, that one girl in Blue Beetle, the girlfriend, gives one of the worst acting performances I've ever seen in any movie.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. I was cringing so hard every time she spoke.
Jesse, tell me this.
It was so bad.
Is Blue Beetle better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
Go to hell.
Jesse.
Here's the thing though too. I thought Blue Beetle looked like shit by the trailers. I liked it way more than I thought it was going to. I enjoyed it.
I've been a Blue Beetle supporter since day one, bro. When I saw that first trailer, I was hyped.
Don't lie though, Jesse. Third act just felt like a ripoff of Iron Man.
It's not.
What? That whole third act is literally a ripoff of the ending of Iron Man and Ant-Man. Literally. I saw a TikTok where there was a guy saying, this is the same plot as Ant-Man. And he kept on going, I'm like, yeah, he's kind of right.
Well, that's because it's a superhero movie, Logan. A lot of superhero movies.
No, but Jesse, I'm swear, if you see this TikTok, it was beat for beat. Okay, so let me get back.
Go ahead.
All right, let me get back to my thoughts. Like I said, villain whole thing, not a huge fan of that. Didn't bother me that much, but it ticks me off a little bit. Them going to high school was a weird choice.
I agree.
I thought of it more as it's because the whole theme of the movie is them being accepted. So and for an ending, it's kind of cute, but the only thing that worries me about it is this is what because they've already announced they're doing a second movie and 2 seasons of a TV show that take place in between.
Okay, I can see a second movie. I don't know about a show, bro.
The thing that worries me about the show is that's what the show's going to be. It's going to be them in high school.
Bro,
that's
what?
That's what I'm worried about.
That sounds terrible.
They better hold Shredder for the second movie.
Is this animated?
I was just about to say that. They better not make Shredder some show.
Oh, they're gonna hold him for the second movie.
Is this a 2D animated story?
I thought I had read because there were rumors that they were gonna do an animated show in the same universe late last year.
Mm-hmm.
And the rumor I read then it said it was using the same art style and engines that they used to make the movie, and the animation's phenomenal, so I'd be okay with that. But then I read that because I said that was a rumor that I read last year. They put out an official release I think a week before the movie came out where they said it's going to be 2D.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, even if the animation's only half as good as the movie, it'll still look good. So yeah, that part was a little weird. the pop culture references, even though there's an abundance, didn't bother me as much as a lot of other people, although the BTS one was cringe. Riz was a little cringe, although I don't think it was as cringe as some people said.
He's melly-whopping me! He's melly-whopping me!
The Attack on Titan one, I remember I saw with Paul. Not the first one. The one that Paul Turbin's like, seriously, bro? Like, come on. They literally made it a part of the plot. Like, literally what exactly.
That's literally what I said. That's exactly what I said.
And, I didn't even catch the JoJo one because I didn't watch the show, but I posted.
It was on a hood.
I saw people on TikTok who like, Donatello wears a JoJo shirt. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I noticed it too.
Okay, so my complaints basically, because like I said, it's got issues. But my complaints basically end there because my thing was, so like the pop culture references first off didn't bother me as much because I thought that the camaraderie between the four of them was so good that like it could have been cringier than it was. Because like I had read an article saying like they apparently recorded like all their stuff in the same room. And Seth Rogen said like 95% of their dialogue was improvised apparently. And like when you watch the movie,
no, because like he even like announced it. Like, it was a trailer thing where they literally had the four kids sit down and they were just saying shit to each other, and then like, they recorded it and then it shows like what they wanted to have in the movie.
That's what I heard too. So like I heard a lot of it was improvised, and I think that leads to like the chemistry between them being a lot better.
So they recorded the lines before they animated it.
So no, they would just like they read the script. And they would improvise, though, when they were reading it. And then, like, if they thought it was good, they would animate. That whole bacon, egg, and cheese thing, that was all improvised.
That shit was ass.
And I saw some tweet where it was like, the animator was like, we literally had to get that dialogue, we had to animate it in the movie because that wasn't in the script. So, like I said, I thought the karate between them, like, this movie, number one, amazing soundtrack. The 90s hip-hop soundtrack in this is a banger. Score is great score. This movie, I'm not shitting you. The part for me watching this movie where I was like, this is really good to what jumped me thinking it was amazing was the No Diggity fight scene. With all of them fighting the New York Mafia. When I saw that, I was like, this is peak. Like, this is fucking peak.
I can't even lie. That shit was clean, bro. That shit was clean.
When I was watching this movie, I was like, okay, this is fucking fire. Because I'm watching this and I'm like, there is no way I'm watching this right now. Because that scene is so well timed with the action. I've gone back and watched just that scene multiple times. There's like, you could pause it during frames. You could actually see like Leonardo draw blood from one of the villains, like if you pause it. So there's like all these little details in there. And like the way like it spins around the four of them. And they're doing the same movements, and it picks up the same movements, but in different locations. That scene is fucking fire. I'm sorry. That scene is peak.
Yeah,
that scene is so freaking good.
I love that scene.
That scene, I've seen people who don't like the movie said that scene is like one of the best scenes in any movie I've seen this year. I'm like, yep. Yeah, that scene is fire.
That is.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know about that. But I agree.
Best scene out of any movie they've seen that year?
Dude, it is so... That scene is fire, dude. Oh my gosh.
Is there a group for like the Emmy or Emmys for like best scene?
No.
No, that'd be awesome. No.
I was gonna say
this would be on there. I think.
No.
Yes, it would.
I feel like it would 100% go to the Trinity test from Oppenheimer.
From Oppenheimer. Oh no, I'm saying if it was animation though, that would definitely be.
No.
This year, 100%.
Spider-Verse came out.
Yeah.
This year?
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a scene from Spider-Verse on there too. Absolutely, probably the But if you can only choose one from, sometimes in Oscars you can.
Because of our culture, though, you know that like that the winner is probably just gonna be like the Barbie movie or something.
It's not animated.
I would not be surprised if that gets snubbed and it's not nominated for anything.
Like, I don't know, an Emmy or whatever award.
Also, the Barbie movie does not have as high of a Rotten Tomato score. It's got like an 80, I think.
It's not a bad movie.
Oh, it's a great... I loved it. It's in my top, like, 4 favorite movies of the year. I fucking loved it, but... So, yeah, like I said, animation's fire. The animation in this movie is... So, the one thing I wanted to refute you on, Jesse, was how you thought the backgrounds were weird. But I thought that was the whole point, though, because it was like they were trying to make it like a Notebook sketch. Because I saw something where they were saying, like, we purposely told the animators to make it look cruder. Because we wanted it to make it look like it was teenagers sketching in a notebook.
Okay.
And, like, I saw some things, like, somebody took a screenshot, and, like, if you look at the windows in New York, they're not even, like, windows. It's literally just scribbles. Like, the window, like, the glass is literally just a bunch of scribbles. So, like, there's, like, little details like that. Like, look, I thought the camaraderie between the four of them was great. Like I said, that one scene is absolutely fire. I thought it was funny. I thought the, even though some of the pop culture references are cringy, stuff like Splinter eating the cockroach I laughed at.
When was that?
Remember when they step on the cockroach and he's like, I made a friend. He's like, and then I ate him.
Literally at the start of his backstory.
Okay.
I'm sorry. When I
assumed
saw this in the theater, the April puking scene, like, I died laughing because I didn't expect it, and the song choice was, like, actually perfect. The Feel the Rain on Your Skin. It was that song choice that pushed it over for me. I'm like, all right, that makes it work. Because, like, it's so unexpected and I didn't expect it at all. That's just me. Like I said, I thought the movie was absolutely fire. I think there's a reason why that Rotten Tomatoes score is so high. Oh, my parents are home.
All right. Before transitioning into another person,
So,
I have one more thing to add. I just remembered.
Okay.
I don't know if this is controversial or, like, anything, but I didn't really like April's design in this movie.
Facts.
I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not.
It didn't bother me as much as it did.
Horrendous.
I'm not like one of those annoying YouTubers who will make like 50 clickbait videos saying like Ninja Turtles went woke or whatever shit. But
Yeah, fair.
I'm not like. But I was kind of like, it's a little bit of a weird design.
Is she not normally?
April O'Neil is supposed to be fucking hot.
She's fucking hot in most of the stuff. Megan Fox played her in the Michael Bay movies.
Exactly.
I don't know nothing about
Ninja Turtles.
TMNT.
That's why I looked at her. I was like, is that
show
supposed to
you.
be?
Yeah, that's why.
That's what I was like.
Gavin, this would April.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about TMNT.
Gavin, she usually has massive boobs.
Damn, that's crazy.
What?
That's a crazy conversation.
Right.
What did he say?
Okay.
See if I find Megan Fox. April.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm sorry, but that's what she... Dude, there's literally a scene in the cartoon where Michael D'Angelo touches her breast. That's a thing.
What?
You've never seen that?
No.
It's like...
Don't show me.
It's a... No. It's like something the animator slipped in where it's like a quick frame. They slipped in a part where he's like groping her. In the 80s cartoon. That's a real thing. I'm not joking.
Okay, from the 80s.
Yeah, the 80s was a wild time period.
Okay.
And that's Megan Fox.
All right. I guess that's different.
Let me see. I
Was
don't.
there that?
Oh.
Who... I don't even think he looks much like her, but alright. I mean, look, I love the movie. Is Spider-Verse a better movie overall? Yes.
Yes.
I agree
Yes.
with that. However, I'll say I had more fun watching this one. And that's just because, look, I'm a massive Turtles fan. It gave me mostly everything I wanted. I know a lot of people had issues with them being teenagers. I thought it worked in service of the story. The backstory people had issues with, I can understand that. But honestly, I didn't even make the connection to the Japanese element until after I watched it. I was just invested in the movie and what it was doing. So honestly, I love the movie. I don't think it's a perfect movie critically, but like the child in me loved it, and so that's why I loved it as much as I did.
That's fair.
And also like Spider-Verse 2, although I think it's absolutely incredible, my main issue with Spider-Verse was, even though the opening scene with Gwen is fire, it's great, it's like 30 minutes, and to me it kind of throws off the pacing of the rest of the movie.
We knew you were gonna say this.
This movie has it's an hour and 30 minutes, you're in, you're out, it knows exactly how long it needs to be, it doesn't go overboard, and it's a perfect 90 minutes. Like, it doesn't go overboard, it's like the perfect length. So, yes, I will admit, overall, critically, if you look, yes, Spider-Verse is absolutely a better movie, but I had more fun with Turtles. That's just me.
Spider-Verse?
Okay.
Hours, right?
What's
Yeah.
your rating? Jesse gave it a. I think Jesse gave it a 7.5.
Okay, you're gonna hate me for this.
10. Please don't.
The
Please say anything other
the
than
Turtles
10.
fan in me is gonna go 10. However, if I went critically, if I wasn't a fan, probably an 8, but the child in me is gonna go with 10.
So you no, you're saying an 8.
But no, I'm still going 10 because the child in me fucking loves this.
We're counting 8.
Yeah, we'll write that down.
On Letterboxd, I have it at a 10 out of 10. So
Of course you do.
of course I do. This was literally my 8th time watching the movie. I'm not even kidding you. I saw it. I saw it 5 times in theaters. I'm not kidding. I wanted to beat my Spider-Man No Way Home record, which was 4.
I watched it 5 times.
I watched it last Friday when it went on digital, and they're gonna hate me the most for what I'm about to say. I plugged it when I set up this thing around 12 o'clock. I plugged it in. I'm like, I'm gonna watch 2 minutes. I watched the whole movie before you guys even got here.
So what? You watched it eight times. You watched it like 8 times.
That was my 8th time. Yes.
So wait, so you tell me he watched it?
He watched the same movie.
I watched this twice in one day. Is what I'm telling you.
Movie, waited an hour till we got here, and then watched the full movie again.
Yes.
Yes.
That was his 7th, and then this was his 8th time watching this fucking movie. He watched this movie 8 times.
I don't think I've ever watched a movie more than 3 times.
And then gave it a 10 out of 10
Not
still.
in this short a span of it releasing.
I think the only movie I've watched more than 3 times is... I've watched a couple movies a lot. Nothing as much as 8 times. One movie I've watched, I think, like, maybe 20 times.
What movie is that?
I'm not saying. It's an embarrassing
I want to ask
movie,
Gavin
that's
real quick.
for sure.
Because you're saying watching.
I'm guessing it has to do with a certain genre and a certain style.
With maybe pancreases involved.
No. It's an actual movie.
Okay.
So,
it's not an anime.
are you two gonna go, or you want to talk about this? Okay, so who's going next? I'm dying to hear your two's opinions. I've been waiting over an hour. Who's going first?
Gav's gonna have to
Rock,
grab this
paper,
one.
scissors.
No.
Gav, just go.
Gav, go ahead and go.
Now.
Wait, keep the juicy good one for last with Khalid.
And then you might want to have him go first. I'm not gonna stop talking, bro.
Keep going.
I'm
Keep
just gonna
going.
keep going.
Go.
So, we've been shooting looks back and forth at each other.
Yes, we have.
We
I've seen you
know
doing
we're
that.
about to have like the same opinion. I think the only thing I would give above a 7 out of 10 to this movie is the animation. The animation was like, I give it like a 9.
I'm with you.
All right.
Everything else is like a 4 or 5.
All right.
Yo, Logan, the pain on Logan's face.
Expand.
Expansion, huh?
I know somebody who hated it.
I didn't find it funny. So
facts.
Like the jokes were very, very.
Come on, bro. That milking part where they cut to the machine and it says it on there, that made me laugh. I'm sorry.
See, I don't want to be insulting, but it's very fucking young. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. Like, this movie was made
for children,
for people under the age of like fucking 13.
I've heard people who will disagree with you.
As being 19. I don't really like. I've changed how I've watched movies. Like, I'm more so like. I don't want to say I don't invest myself in movies anymore, but like I focus on the detail of the movie more than the actual like movie itself. Mm-hmm. So like.
Well, then this is not the movie to be doing that.
But like, I said I'll give like the comedy like a 3.
Is there anything that made you laugh? Come on, bro. There was like at least a few moments in there. Like I said, that milking where it just cuts to the machine, that made me laugh. Because just the fact that it said that on there.
I didn't really care for that milking scene, bro.
What'd you say?
He said he didn't care for the milking scene.
I didn't really care for that milking scene either. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, here's the thing. You know the movie wasn't funny when I watched it half an hour ago, and I cannot think of anything that was notably joke. Like, I can't think of one joke that was in the movie other than the shit you brought up because you just brought it up. Like,
with your Riz? No way.
That part, the Riz part bothered me. As much as people.
Riz.
They said Riz like 4 times.
They said it twice. I counted.
No, they said it way more than they should have. I'm not gonna lie.
They said it twice. I counted.
I don't know. Well, you know what? You are the one who watched it 8 fucking times.
Yeah, so I would know.
Alright, moving on from comedy.
Did you just hang up?
Oh shit!
He just hang up.
I'm waiting for that speed dial response.
fault,
You're like,
Jesse.
what happened?
My fault.
You're like, what happened?
What happened?
I went to stretch and I accidentally clicked the hang up button.
Okay.
No, but so yeah, moving on from comedy, like that, I said I'll give that like a 3 out of 10. The story itself,
It's basic.
for the first like half of the movie, I'll give it like a 6. Once Superfly is introduced, goes down to a 5, and then
Really?
once they get captured, it goes way down. Like
Really?
it just
I think
kept
it gets
decreasing
better.
for me.
I think
honestly.
it gets better after that. I disagree.
Um,
I think they introduced them too late, because they show up like halfway in the movie, and the movie's called Mutant Mayhem. I remember seeing it. I remember the first time I watched it, I'm like, where the fuck are they? They're like halfway through. They haven't even shown the mutants yet.
So I'll give the story like a 4.
Wow.
Now here's where I'm gonna start ranting.
That's more generous than I thought it was gonna be. I'm not gonna lie.
Here's where I'm gonna start ranting. The soundtrack.
Wait, what? No.
You know, I'm a very
That's
big
one of the
music
best
person.
parts of the movie.
He is the most music person here.
I am a very big music person. Like I make music theory.
I need to hear
everything.
you on this then, because the soundtrack and the score is like one of the
So-
best parts of the movie. So
I would have to go
Tread
back
lightly.
and listen to the original songs.
They edited them. I know that. Because the
No, I
one
know.
song they say they
Every-
N-word a bunch and they
Every
edited it
song
out.
that was in this movie that wasn't made for this movie immediately pissed me off.
Disagree. I think most of them fit.
Like
No,
the
they said they
He-Man
didn't
song?
Fit.
The He-Man
They
fit
pissed me fucking. They fucking pissed me off.
with the He-Man one.
No, that was fine.
Oh.
That was fine. But I mean, like, Superfly. I fucking love that song.
Because the villain was.
They
called
took out like
Superfly.
every word.
It's rated PG, and I've listened to the song. It's because they talk about crack, right? Because I've listened to this.
Well, then I'm not gonna lie, Logan. They shouldn't have put the song in the movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Spider-Verse did the same fucking thing.
When
They
What
play
did the
Biggie,
thing?
Biggie, Biggie, Can't You See, and they cut like half of it out.
Okay, but like,
they only played like the first 2 seconds of the song and then proceeded to like continue the movie.
In this, they don't play it that much. They play it for like maybe 30 seconds.
I
exactly.
know, but that Big E part was like 5 seconds.
I don't think it was
Like,
5.
I-
Maybe
I-
I'll get maybe 15.
And then this is where I'm about to get hung at the stake.
Okay, what?
I do not like K-pop at all.
That's
The-
fine.
So the second they started singing BTS, I was in my chair
That part.
crying.
that part
in
was
all
not- I'll
fairness,
give you
yeah,
that.
No one really likes K-pop here. I don't think any of us do.
I
I
don't
don't
even
like Pink. I don't like
even
it at all.
remember the song they were trying to sing. I didn't know it was
Butter,
BTS. until
butter
they
or
said it.
something?
One of the
I
BT
don't- I
It was
don't
one of
know.
the BTS songs. But that annoyed
They're
me.
mentioned multiple times throughout the. Because I didn't even catch
Isn't
this
Cupid
until like.
K-pop?
If you
No.
they play it, that's his
That's
ringtone
Japanese.
too.
Hmm.
Donatello's ringtone's that song earlier in the movie.
I think so.
Oh.
Look that up.
I thought his ringtone was to, like AOT opening 3.
Was it?
Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
But another thing about the music I did not like was like I feel like they didn't.
Yeah, they're K-pop.
I knew they were K-pop. I knew
I didn't-
BTS was K-pop.
No,
No,
not
no,
BTS.
no, different band.
Yeah, they're a K-pop band. I was like, I'm pretty sure they're Korean.
Okay, never mind then. But I know I don't really remember any other songs because everything else was just drowned out by noise. Anytime
Disagree.
like the only other time that it was notable was the He-Man song, but that's because that was the entire.
That was a great transition.
That was the entire scene.
I'm sorry, that was a great transition because it goes from the original song to the He-Man one. I'm like, that's great. That I was like, because the way they fly out of the car and then it just cuts to the He-Man one. I'm like, that's great.
But yeah, I don't really. There wasn't really that much other music in it that I
What are
remember.
you talking about?
Like nothing was notable.
All of
to
it's
me.
like 90s hip hop,
Yeah, exactly.
which is good. I like 90s hip hop.
So do I. But none of it was notable.
That one song,
because-
Dance, that they play, it's a popular song. Like I said, the No Diggity scene, that's like the best scene in the movie. and they play that song in the background.
I feel like a child watching his parents argue right now. I'm just looking back and forth.
Mom, Dad, please stop.
No, okay, I'll move on. I'll give this soundtrack like 4.
Now you're
Because
capping.
they
Now
had-
you're capping.
They
No,
had
he's a music man.
They had good songs. They just edited them too much. Like, if you're gonna pick a song to put in a movie, pick a song that one fits with the movie,
I thought
which
they fit.
it did. But also pick a song that you don't have to cut out 50 goddamn words.
I've listened to the soundtrack uncensored.
What's the rating of the movie?
Yeah,
We're
okay,
getting
let's
there,
just hear.
Jesse.
Let's just
We're
hear.
getting there, Jesse.
Khalid, I am dying to hear because I feel like you can go either way.
Next, I would say like the choreography. I would give it. Like, this is probably one of the higher ones. I'll
Mhm.
give this a 7.
Respectable. I was gonna say, if
So-
you give that low, I'm like, the fight choreography in this, especially during that one scene I was just talking about, is great.
Yeah,
The Jackie Chan fight scene was good, where he's flipping around
Mhm.
and the thing falls on him and he jumps back up. Like, there's some good fight choreography, animation-wise, I thought in this.
Until the final fight. The final fight.
Really?
The final
Even
fight
when
dropped down to
Donatello,
me.
even when Donatello falls into the thing, and it just cuts to the arm, and he's running and he jumps out. Come on, dude, that was cool. That was
Like
badass.
it was okay, but I don't like.
You don't like big monster fights?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
don't say that. Because Pacific Rim is one of my
Okay,
favorite
but I mean
movies.
like tall, small people fighting big people.
If done properly, it can be really good. This just not what this just wasn't done properly, because
Yeah, I agree with Gav because it was kind of like it didn't last long. Like, if they were gonna do something like that, it should have been longer.
Like what? What were you saying?
I was
it
going to
about?
say the opposite. I feel like the final fight kind of stretched.
Okay, but that's what
I
I
have
mean. Like, if it was
I have
just the
something to
giant
say about
monster
that.
or just the final confrontation, it would have been fine. But the fact that it was both.
Yeah. Okay, but aside from that, I'll give overall like a 6.5.
All right, I thought it was gonna be lower, so I respect you for that.
And then what's left? I talked about the comedy, the story, the music, the choreography, art style. Good. I think I said that already.
You said 9, yeah, for the animation.
I think that's really it.
Sounds like that's it.
Then go on. You only went 10
Character
minutes.
design.
So
I'll say this. Character design, actually, I'm giving that shit like a fucking 1.
okay, I'll disagree with you on this. Turtles look good. The humans look bad, but I felt they did that on purpose because the whole point was that because they were Splinter's afraid of them. I thought they did that on purpose to make them look ugly, to make them look like they looked uglier than the turtles.
See, if they did that, then they
Then
should
that'd
have
be a
progressively
G.
made them look normal throughout the movie, not like how they did throughout the
At
whole
the end,
movie.
like you think like maybe at the end when they accept them, all the humans that get in the should
They
look
like
better.
look like actual people.
It's funny because everybody's saying how ugly April is when like she's like the only one that looks normal out of all. I thought out of all of them because like all the other humans have like misshapen faces.
That's
and,
what
like,
I'm saying. Like bro, you are one. Make them look like normal. Like, I'm sorry, but like
I thought
you
it worked,
cannot
but
produce such a high budget movie
it only
and
costs
then
like
mess up
$60 million.
something so simple like drawing a human face.
It didn't cost that much.
Seth Rogen directed the movie,
It
right?
cost $60 million. Spider-Verse costs like $150.
Still a lot of money.
No, sorry, I think Spider-Verse costs like $100 million. Pixar movies cost like $200 million. Elemental, I think, costs like $200 million. Pixar puts all
Nah,
these
I
major
haven't
budgets in
seen
there when
it.
you don't even need them. And that movie has like no celebrity voices.
But one of the only other thing is like the final rating. Give it 4.5.
I thought you literally just
Alright,
said a 6.5.
Okay.
No, that was for the choreography.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, that's honestly more generous than I thought he was gonna be.
Bro thought he was gonna give a
So you
negative
said
10.
overall
bro. Holy
4.5.
shit.
I'm writing this down. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Overall 4 out of 10.
So
Jesse
what-
gave it a
No.
7.5.
So I know what my rating is. Jesse,
No.
7.5.
I'm just saying, like, if this is Gavin's, Khalid Start your.
Well, all right.
So wait, Jesse said 7.5. You said 4.5. Yours about to be a 1.
All right.
No, you're giving him too much credit, bro.
I've talked a lot of shit on this movie for these last 3
Khalid,
episodes.
there was a part in one of the episodes was ending. You got pissed at me, dude. You yelled at me. I'm like, bro, look, I love that, but it's fucking Ninja Turtles. It's not fucking Shakespeare. Why are you yelling?
I was gonna come in here like Jinxie on steroids. All right, I was gonna start fucking.
Jesse,
firing,
the second Khalid got here, he's like, this movie sucks. I'm like, you haven't even seen the movie. He's like, it sucks. I'm like, oh.
If a movie is under a 6, it's like automatically a bad movie.
No,
Alright, so
4 or lower is bad. 5 is, mid. 6 is fine, serviceable. 7 is good. 8's great. 9 is fantastic. 10 is as high as it gets. That's what I would say.
all right, so before I forget, I'm gonna expand on Gav's thing with the final fight feeling dragged out. See, because I felt this while watching it, it felt more like they kept pushing it forward so the Turtles could get their moment to shine. Because over and over again, they beat him, but it kept going on and on because they didn't really have a good moment, right? Like, I remember when Raph went to shoot the gun and it hit his leg, right? Obviously, that's not satisfying enough. So, the horse popped out and the thing continued. He's throwing shit around.
It wasn't gonna take anything off of it.
No, I'm not.
Small little.
This is not a negative I'm giving you.
Okay.
Don't mistake it. I'm just expanding to Gav why it was dragged out. Now, with that said,
Oh no.
You gotta go through the 5 categories.
This is gonna be interesting. I might actually have to fight you after this.
okay.
Gavin, I expected to not like it as much, but as a Ninja Turtles fan, dude, I'm gonna be like, come on.
Gavin, side note. If Logan does start swinging at Khalid, you gotta back him up, bro.
He's getting jumped in his own house. No, it's a joke. I don't remember which. Okay, let's start with the good. Animation. Obviously, the animation was good. It was the only thing I said was good from the trailers. I'll say the voices. While I
didn't mention that.
Absolutely despise the voices leading up to this, and I still kind of hate the voices. By the end of the movie, you do get used to the voices.
And I told you.
I will say that. All right, that'll give its little credit. I hate children. Okay. I hate children. So them acting like little bitches for the first half of the movie was annoying. All right. I understand they're supposed. No, fuck that, bro. Because they was not acting like teenagers. Teenagers don't act like that, bro. All right. Them niggas were elementary students. All right. I'm still working this shit
Hold
out.
on, Khalid.
It's gonna be bad.
I am not in any way defending their behavior. Don't get me wrong.
Let me guess. Your next words are, they didn't grow up with people.
No. These new generation of teenagers are on some different level, bro. Low-key, that is really how they be acting.
You know what? I can't even. I can't
Jesse's
even.
got a point.
That is a point. That is a point.
I'm not defending their behavior at all, but they really are like that now, which is.
Clint, have you ever been on TikTok?
I haven't. Bro,
and see the teenagers on there, bro, the stupid shit.
Okay, no, hold on. I don't have teenagers on my feed, Logan. What are you talking about right now?
Hey, I don't know about that one, bro.
I got Sukuna and Cinderella.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I be getting anime or something, bro.
That's what I mostly get movies and shows and stuff like that. If something go a viral TikTok with a teenager, the popular stuff I'll get.
No, I do gotta have to agree with him on that one. I sent Khalid one the other day, where it was
Also, to be fair though,
dancing.
I follow Twitter pages where it's stupid teenagers doing stupid shit, dumb people doing stupid shit on TikTok, too. So also I see a lot of it from that, where it's just the dumbest things, with just the way they, how they feel entitled all the time.
Oh, 100%.
Stuff like that. That's what I meant. Stuff like that. I follow TikTok, pages where it just shows all these just cringy ass teenagers and just even adults too. So that's where I see a lot of it from.
The use of the words Riz
I'll give you that bothered me.
Or Mikey trying to twerk. That I can't do it.
I'll give them credit. Unlike 99% of animated movies, no fart jokes, which I'll give them. And I'll give them that.
Okay, that's fair.
But
they did try to use like slang too much.
See, that was another thing that was said earlier with the fucking pop culture references and all that. There should be no way that their solution to beating the big bad at the end of the movie was Attack on Titan. What the fuck was that? But you know what?
Yeah.
That's
like sly anime references like that in media. I'm fine with.
Right, the JoJo hoodie, the Gojo sticker,
the Gojo sticker, the Attack on Titan
locker
picture on the locker. That's all fine. That's kind of cool. Don't make it a major pop.
That's I don't understand.
The anime club, and then the whole Attack on Titan thing being a plot point to stopping the final villain. That's when I'm like, I don't know, bro.
Jesse, I had said when we were watching it to Gav that them walking up to the final boss probably had you creaming your pants. Like,
why?
Because Jesse fucking loves like those walks.
Wait, those shots? I'm not going. That was a badass shot where they cut the rope, and then April just slides in and gets off the bike and then throws it at. I'm like, come on, that's a cool shot.
It's not.
What?
I hate slow-mo walks.
At least it's better than anything Zack Snyder does in his movies. Where he just uses slow motion for no freaking reason.
That's fair. He does.
At least they actually they only really it was only like 2 or 3 scenes. That part, them falling out of the car, when he throws the thing, he says "Cowabunga." That's the only time I think they said it in the whole movie.
I was gonna ask Khalid during the movie. I was like, have they said "Cowabunga" yet? Or like "Booyaka Shock"?
No. They made that up for the 2012 show. That's really the only time they used Booyaka.
I don't even think they said Splinter in the entire movie. They just called him Dad.
They just called him Dad.
I could have.
Oh, okay. I saw a TikTok about this. I don't know when this movie takes place. I assume it takes place in modern day. Okay. I saw a TikTok about probably one of the older shows then, where someone was saying how it's a group of teenagers who grew up in the 90s saying shit like Booyaka Shock, and how he said that made them Jamaican.
What?
So I want your opinion. I'll try and find the video if I can. But he was like, it's a group of 4 teenagers who grew up in 90s New York and Brooklyn saying things like Booyaka Shock.
2012, but...
And he was like, these turtles are Jamaican. But I really want to find the video, but I want to hear y'all's opinion on that.
That sounds stupid.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Okay, I want to state this too because you're saying like dating it like and stuff. The thing that why did pop culture for instance bother me as much? You go back and watch like the '90s movies and like even the Michael Bay ones, they got dated references too. Like Vanilla Ice in Ninja Turtles 2 performing a concert, like that
Don't
dates that movie
Vanilla
far
Ice.
as hell. I love Vanilla. I love Ice Ice Baby. Don't get me wrong, but.
That's like one of his
I
worst
like how he
songs.
changed it from Vanilla Ice to Ice Ice Baby.
Well, no, Ice Ice Baby
No,
is one of his songs. Vanilla Ice is the hardest.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like he was gonna say Vanilla Ice, and he's like,
The Vanilla Ice Ninja Turtle song is in this movie. The Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
I heard that. I heard that.
There's some great. By the way, great callbacks in this. The school was called Eastman High. One of the creators of Ninja Turtles is named Kevin Eastman. You see, like there's a factory plant and it says Laird. The co-creator's named Peter Laird. Also, Cynthia Utrom, the female, like the main woman, voiced by Maida Rudolph. Her name's Cynthia Utrom. And this kind of sets up some sequel teases with Shredder. But in the comics, the name Utrom is the species that Krang is.
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying. That's one thing about this movie too is the world building, because they set up. There's some small hints in there where they're like, okay, we're gonna set up like the Ninja Turtles universe with Shredder at the end.
Yeah, that is.
And so my theory is that because her name's Cynthia Utrom, she's got a Krang in her body.
Okay.
So.
That's cool, but I'm just gonna say this. That's not world building.
What?
That's not world building.
He is right.
World building is like...
Well, even the whole thing,
the factory. How they mapped out the factory, that's world building. When they were flying when it panned over him flying over the river, and then you saw the skyline, you saw the river, you
I'm
saw
saying
the sunset,
world building
the
in the sense of what you because you're not a Ninja Turtles person, right? Like what you know about Ninja Turtles, like and Tina. Oh, like okay, they're gonna do that like later on in the sequel, like setting up small things like that.
Yeah, that's just hinting at future things. That's not.
But like, but it didn't like because most like Amazing Spider-Man 2, I fucking hate that movie.
I hate you.
What?
Best one.
That movie sucks ass.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Logan.
I was gonna rate this fairly. Don't make me start spitfiring shit.
Logan.
What?
I never got to the first episode. Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's not that bad, bro.
Thank you.
Spider-Man 2 is one of the worst comic movies, bro.
No, the fuck
it's worse than Spider-Man 3. It's so bad.
Well, Spider-Man 3 is a good fucking movie.
I like well, it's okay, but I don't think it's as bad as people say it is.
Oh my god.
Spider-Man 3 is not worse than
Amazing 2. Motors right.
You realize, like, people mostly agree with my opinion on this, though, right?
Who? What opinion?
Most people agree Amazing Spider-Man 2 is the worst Spider-Man movie.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, people agree with that.
Up.
It's got like...
Shut the fuck up.
People agree with
Stop
me
being
with
a
that.
follower.
That's what I'm saying. Have your own opinion.
That whole movie is just... In 2 hours and 30 minutes, like, oh yeah, we're gonna set this up. Let's set up the Sinister Six. The only part of that movie that I like is when Gwen Stacy dies, because that's a really good emotional scene. Come on, bro. That has one of the cringiest uses of a song in a movie ever, where he's mapping it out, and they play that one song, I'll Always Do It For You. Holy shit, dude.
Yo, I was about to go back to that April O'Neil vomiting shit. Because that was not it. But
It fits the movie.
No, it didn't, bro.
Thank you, Jesse.
No, it did not. That movie sucks.
Jesse
I remember bro, the trailers for that movie are misleading. Rhino was shown as one of the villains and didn't show up until the last shot of the movie.
You know, it's funny because I actually agree with you on that. I really thought Rhino was going to be like one of the main threats of the movie.
Bro, Jamie Foxx is Electro, bro. Holy shit. Oh my god.
All right. We're getting sidetracked again, bro. We're getting sidetracked again.
If you say, okay, I'll accept you like an Amazing Spider-Man 2, but if you say you liked Jamie Foxx as Electro, then we have issues.
I didn't care. I didn't care for him being
I
Electro.
don't care for Electro.
Okay,
I'm just saying that the movie's not that bad.
Exactly.
It's bad.
W. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is fucking god awful.
Bro, come on.
All right then. Don't shit on something.
No, I'll say Morbius is worse. I will give you that.
I still have not seen Morbius.
I could not finish Morbius.
What you mean, morbid? It's morbid.
It's morbid time.
It's morbid.
Best movie of all time. What do you mean, bro? We sold out the theater. Elliot, that is when they re-released it. Remember so it's like, oh, it's a meme now. We're gonna re-release it, and nobody saw it. Like
They really thought somebody was gonna go watch that movie.
Elliot was like, I'm gonna go. He went as a joke, and nobody was there with him. And he sent me a text. He filmed the theater, and he filmed himself in the theater, like, and he's sure like, yeah. And he's just trying to like act like.
Listen, if us three went to that movie,
I would have fought.
I would have so much fucking fun just being there, and I would have ignored the whole movie.
Bro, we made fun of it. Did you get to the have sex, that song where he's doing push-ups and his shirt's off?
I have never seen the movie.
I know the scene you're talking about.
Oh my god, I remember seeing that in the theater. Paul liked that movie, and even he was like, "What the fuck was that scene?" We were all sitting there like, "What is happening?"
I like how it's a Marvel movie.
Jesse, though, worst end credit scene of all time, right?
Technically, but like
the scene with the vulture, right?
Yeah.
I agree. That scene.
That was what brought me from like, okay, I didn't totally hate this to like, fuck you, this is horrible.
So it's in Marvel, right?
yes, but like it's not
Marvel. They connected to No Way Home, kind of, but.
So
it's basically
not gonna connect Morbius into the main story?
They might.
I don't get it.
I don't.
Back to Amazing Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2, they set up the Sinister Six. It went nowhere. And then in Morbius, they set it up again because they didn't realize, oh shoot, it didn't work the first time. We're gonna try to do it again.
Okay, but we didn't get a third movie. And then we got our Sinister Six in No Way Home. So fuck you. Fuck you.
Number one, it was 5, not 6. So shut up.
Venom being there or not, it doesn't matter. He was the 6th.
Khalid, shut up.
Was he not a 6, Logan?
Khalid, he wasn't there.
Was there not 6 villains, Logan?
He wasn't a villain.
It doesn't matter. He was there, and he is a villain. There you go.
He wasn't technically in the movie.
I'm so mad that we don't have any like future Spider-Man movies, man. For like 3 years. Because there's no Spider-Man.
No Way
movies
Home
in
came
Phase
out
5
less
and
than
6.
2 years ago.
Yeah, but they were coming out like once a year.
Sony.
Because Sony had to fuck up everything when they tried
because
to
it's their contracts. That's the whole reason why. That's why. Remember that for like 5 months they were like he was gone. We weren't gonna get No Way Home. And then people begged so badly. I mean, to be fair though, Disney's kind of greedy in that too. They both kind of got their issues with that, but
just buy him.
I mean, to be fair, every studio is greedy now because number one, they won't pay their actors and they want to use AI. So fuck every studio. But
well, if they're ever,
I wanted to say something about that actor strike, bro.
Go on. I want to hear this.
I don't give a fuck about them going on strike. I really don't.
Do you know how much money they already make regardless?
Okay, here's the thing.
More than like
yes,
majority of people.
Some of them, yes, but you got to realize the actors union is a lot of like just people making it in. So like when you think of actors, you're only thinking of like a very small portion because you got a lot.
Same with the writers union.
Writers,
like
they don't make
that.
Much.
I understand.
They've never made
much.
Much.
Oh no, I was just about to say because there was a writers' strike a couple like
that's
like 5,
both of them are
ago.
going on. Both of them are going on right now.
I know, but there was a writers' strike about 5-6 years ago. That was.
You ever hear the story?
How long ago was it?
2007 to 8, and I know that because Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen was heavily affected by it.
Okay.
That's why people. Well, I know you two like that movie, but like, that's why like when you watch that movie, like Shia LaBeouf has the hand cast, because he broke his hand in real life.
Okay.
Okay. And what happened was, they couldn't quit filming, even though he was in the movie, and there were no writers at the time, so they couldn't rewrite it. So that's why when you watch the movie, out of nowhere, they wrap a cast on him because they couldn't fix it. That's why like everybody was like, why do they give that makes no sense? Because they couldn't rewrite it. The writers couldn't write anything, and that's why they gave him a hit. That's why a lot of people say that movie kind of feels like it's all over the place because like literally they had like they were like improvising and writing like stuff on set without the writers because they had basically no writers.
That just makes me wonder, like, what the fuck exactly are the actors complaining about? Like, their pay? Like, the millions you make aren't enough?
Like I said, like, a lot of the smaller actors I understand. Like, I get that. But, like, yeah, some of the bigger actors, I'm like, you make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. That's why, remember during COVID?
Yeah.
Oh, when all the rich people were coming out saying, we're all on the same...
No. With the Gal Gadot Imagine video. With the Gal Gadot Imagine video, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Where she sang Imagine, and she's like, "It's such a hard time, right?" You've never seen The Boys parodied it. The show The Boys did a parody of it. That's how popular it was. Gal Gadot did this video where all these celebrities recorded themselves one by one, each one singing a verse of the John Lennon song Imagine, and like one of them is like literally Will Ferrell in his bathroom on the toilet filming himself. Like, it's so bad. It's like Kristen Wiig is a bunch of famous people. It's like we're all in this together, and it's a song about suffering, so it didn't fit at all. And all of these people just like it's like, man, fuck you. Like people were pissed.
Right, like guys, like COVID affects us all. Like I can't go to the bank and cash in my check. The struggle is real, man.
And also, like Gal Gadot was saying this while she's like sitting in her massive house with just like all of this space.
See, I don't wanna be like on their side. I feel like being locked down in a big fucking empty house would be worse than being locked into like an average sized home.
I will say this though, the guy who plays Jesse on
been in a big house, bro, because that shit sounds awesome.
Did you hear this though? The guy who plays
sounds awesome.
The guy who plays Jesse, not you Jesse, but the guy who plays Jesse on Breaking Bad, said he gets no pay for reruns of Breaking Bad. He hasn't been paid since the show ended.
Well, yeah, because Bryan Cranston and him signed different contracts.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No, but he said he hasn't gotten a single cent from Breaking Bad streaming on Netflix.
Yeah, that's
well, I'm sure maybe there is a contract. It depends on how the contract.
Bryan Cranston signed a royalty contract where he got paid less per episode, but then he gets like. I think he gets like 4%.
Look at the cast of Friends. You know how much money those people have?
I don't know how the contract process works, but
I would honestly not be surprised if Jennifer Aniston and the cast of Friends have close to like $1 billion right now. I would not be surprised.
Jesse Pinkman was supposed to die early on in Breaking Bad.
He was supposed to die in the first season.
Yeah, exactly. So
he was not supposed to have
royalties.
Royalties.
And he wasn't also well known then. When he was, so I guess that makes sense.
Oh yeah. But
he took whatever he could get.
Aaron something.
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul.
I was gonna say it's Aaron Paul.
Yeah, Aaron Paul. He didn't sign a royalty contract.
Okay,
He just got I'm gonna use fake numbers, but like Bryan Cranston got paid, let's say, $50K an episode, but then he gets 4% of all profits. Aaron Paul would get paid $200K an episode, and he won't get any profit. So he would just get a much larger sum of money outright, but nothing afterwards.
No one, him finding out about that, about that different contract, he can't keep getting.
I'm shocked though he didn't renegotiate, because like when the show gets popular, like usually they renegotiate. I don't know if you heard this story. Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know if you ever heard this. The guy John Heder who played him, because nobody knew who he was. He was paid I think $1,000 to star in that movie, because nobody knew it was gonna be a hit. It was a small $400,000 movie. That movie blew up. And he had to renegotiate. He's like, bro, I'm not only keeping $1,000 for this, bro. Look how much freaking money that movie made. I don't blame him because.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like it's his fault, bro.
But Jesse, you got to think though too. Like, nobody knew that movie was gonna be a hit. That movie came out of nowhere. That movie nobody knew that movie was gonna be a hit.
You get what you get, man.
But like renegotiate, I understand that. Man, I was saying like cast of Friends, those people gotta have money. Friends airs so much on TV. It must air every hour of every day. How many channels it plays on, bro?
God.
Those people gotta have at least $500 million.
So much money.
Those people gotta have so much money.
Not even
David
that.
Schwimmer hasn't done shit, and he probably has to have close to $2 million.
The Two and a Half Men cast. Oh my God, it's on every night.
I don't know about Charlie Sheen though. Bro, everybody hates that dude.
No, yeah.
Khalid over here just like.
Oh yeah, I'm crazy. Have you seen that interview?
In the background, knowing that we strayed so far from Ninja Turtles that he doesn't have to give his final time.
I'm literally just vibing here.
Oh, do you guys want to know real quick what movies I've seen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Because you just reminded me because of what we were talking about something. I saw this movie I was really looking forward to. I thought it looked great. Did you hear about this movie Strays?
Yeah.
Strays.
Bunch of cursing dogs.
Trying to bite his owner's dick off.
I thought it looked really funny. It was so disappointing.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, I saw it. The second half is like really funny, but the first half is just the whole joke is just hey the dog said fuck, isn't that funny? And it just kind of got boring. But the second half is really funny. I just thought it looked hilarious. There's this one part in the trailer where they show these dogs get high on mushrooms. I'm like, that's going to be the best part of the whole movie. It's like literally the least funny part of the whole movie. Like, I was so disappointed. There's like one really funny part where this dog, where they're in a cage. There's this, and the part where they bite the owner's dick off is really funny. But like, there's a part where like they're in a cage, and the dog, there's a key on the other side, there's the cage wall. Then there's a key like on the other side of the wall. This dog basically extends and erects his dick just to get the key. What? And it was just so absurd that it made me laugh out loud. But I was just disappointed in it. It was just I would still watch it. It's got its moments, but I was disappointed. Haunted Mansion was a massive disappointment. Did you see that?
Which one is Haunted Mansion?
You said you wanted to see it.
Oh,
that movie is so boring.
I didn't have faith in that movie.
Because look, cast is great. Rosario Dawson's great as she isn't anything. Owen Wilson's good. It's a good cast, but it's just so boring. It's they try to bring something to it, and it's just it doesn't work. I didn't hate it because the cast is good in it, but she's hot as hell as she isn't anything. But it's just
cheating on his girl, Salma.
No, she's the hottest, bro. But.
What's that one horror movie with a vampire or whatever? I can't remember what its name was. It looks old, like England.
Curse of Demeter?
Is that what it is?
The Last Curse of Demeter, about Dracula, right?
Okay, if it's about Dracula, then I guess it's about Dracula.
Yeah.
It looks like old England or some shit.
Jesse, did you see the photo of me with the wax figure?
Okay. Is that out yet?
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that? I showed that to them after we watched the movie. So yeah, Bro, I'm not even joking, Jesse. Before I went to that wax museum, I told my dad, I'm like, they better have Salma Hayek, bro. And they did. Bro, there was this one there was this one Cardi B wax figure, bro. We're like, I'm shocked they even had it there, bro. Literally wearing a thong, like her whole ass is hanging out.
Love the string.
Logan, that's a wax figure, bro.
I know, but I'm saying though, like for a wax figure museum where I guess kids would be there, I was just shocked that she was. Nicki Minaj too, bro. They are just like that too.
Kids were there.
It's a wax figure museum,
dude. I don't know what the fuck a wax figure museum is.
Building a smile in the background, like yes.
Did you see that? I didn't show them the Katy Perry one. Did you see that one?
Katy Perry.
So they had like props you can take, and Katy Perry was a flower, so it's me kneeling on one leg trying to give her.
Oh my god.
Kind of cringe.
That's if there was one word or words to summarize, yeah. I'd say some simp ass behavior for some wax figures. What is a wax?
I said that to my uncle, the Salma Hayek wax figures. Like, I will pay you my dad's like, I will pay you good money to steal that from me and get it back here.
Yeah. If you're gonna commit, just take it yourself.
You didn't see any of these?
What the hell?
Ryan Reynolds, bro.
What's the point of?
That was the card. You don't see that.
Okay, I'm not even surprised.
I'm shocked they got Nacho Libre. Out of all the Jack Black movies, they chose Nacho Libre. It's kind of fire, though.
Jack
There's
Black
the one.
Movie?
Panda.
That was the one.
Oh shit, I forgot about that one.
there was the Nacho Libre one.
Nacho Libre is like one of my favorite movies.
I watched that movie for the first time, probably not even a year ago. I enjoyed it. That one part's fucking hilarious, where he's like, Nacho, he just screams it out loud. You know what I'm talking about, Jesse? Where Nacho, that part cracks me up. I've watched that clip without the... This cover cracks me up.
Smash?
What?
It's an inside joke. I was
about to say Smash? Like, the game or Smash You?
No. So there was a time where we were chilling at like midnight or something like that, where we were just all on a PlayStation party, and this was back when My Hero Season 4 came out or something like that.
This was like freshman year, sophomore year.
This was that much longer ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so Season 3 then, but we were just chilling there doing whatever we were doing, in like a voice call. And randomly, I don't know how the topic got up, but the topic arose of how loud they scream Smash in My Hero. And we were just sitting there, and one of us was like, yo, Jesse, you should scream it. This man was
he broke the sound barrier with that scream.
loud in this party. Bro, I put my headset down and walked like 5 feet away, and I still heard it, like, audibly. It was so goddamn loud. But I remember, like, he woke up his family and everything, but, like, when you just talked about how he screamed Nacho really loud, I just reminded of that.
Why did I just think... I don't know why I thought of this. Back to what I was just talking about. I don't know why I just thought of this. Because we were just hating on the actor strike and stuff. And I thought about this a few days ago. I was like, what if, like, someday I become a famous, like, director or something, or, like, writer, and I get to work with somebody, like, somebody I'm talking about, like, Salma Hayek or something. They're like, hey, yeah, they found this old podcast of you talking about them. I'm like, oh, no.
Go 5 minutes without saying Salma Hayek. Impossible.
I'll take the challenge. I'm like on some press. I'm on like some press junket, like doing some movie with her. Like, hey, did you see what your co-star said about you like 5 years ago on a podcast? But like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. I'm like, I swear, I was dumb back then, and I mean none of it.
Lincoln crying scene from The Walking Dead. Just like, no.
So yeah, that movie was not good. Haunted Mansion, even though she was fine as hell in it.
Yo, dude.
That was wild.
Bro knows what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that one movie with her pisses me off with Kevin James. You ever see Zookeeper?
Dude, I think everyone here has seen Zookeeper.
Okay,
Zookeeper is a great movie.
So that It's not a bad movie, but like, because like Zookeeper, Kevin, because Rosario Dawson's in that movie, and in that movie, it's with him, Kevin James. He's with the blonde. So I was thinking about this recently, with that blonde woman. He's like, oh no, you're a zookeeper. I won't date you. She's not into him at all as like ex-girlfriend, and then the whole movie, Rosario Dawson is trying to get with him, and he's still oblivious to her, and he's still trying to get with this other woman. Like, bro, what are you on, bro? Take her and not. What are you doing?
Bro, getting genuinely mad at the character.
I'm like, bro, okay, yes, they're both extremely attractive, but one of them is very interested in you. Go for that one. It makes no... And they're still trying to act like, you know, the other girl's way hotter. I'm like, bro, Rosario Dawson is really good looking, bro. Like, I'm like, I don't get this. It makes no sense how it's like, oh, yeah, what choice do I have? One extremely attractive woman who's a bitch to me, or one... extremely attractive, who's very nice to me and is really cool too. So like, I don't get that. That's pisses me off.
The heart knows what it wants.
I was gonna say some shit, but you know what? What? I'll save it for after the podcast.
Okay. I saw this movie called Theater Camp, which was really good. It was really funny. I'd never heard of it. Paul drugged me to it. Sorry, not drugged me to it.
Dragged you to
dragged me camp. To it. Dragged me to it. I'm sorry.
Paul, you're under arrest.
Okay, so I saw that movie Strays. I talked about Blue Beetle already. Meg 2. I was talking to Gavin and Khalid about this. That's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. The Meg 1 is not that bad. The Meg 2 is god-awful. It is so bad.
As I said before, who was really hyped to go watch Meg 2?
No, it wasn't either. But the trailers make that movie look at least like it's going to be like a dumb... like action movie.
It does look like that.
Not like that at all. The sharks don't become a threat until the last 20 minutes.
So
most of the movie is literally just like I said, Jason Statham and his crew stuck in a submarine underneath the water because somebody Jason Statham worked with in the past wants money from him, wants to take over his company and is trapping him under there. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Wait, what the first time you saw the trailer, was that when we went to watch Oppenheimer?
No, I've seen the trailer before that.
And then what was that other one? Like Money something?
Dumb Money, I want to see that. That looks good.
Oh, about the GameStop?
GameStop scam, it looks good. I want to see it. I saw this movie I'd never heard of. Paul's like, because Paul just doesn't drag me because he asked me if I want to go to all these random movies. He drugs me. We actually saw, it was The Meg and this was a double feature we did back to back. This movie called Dreaming Wild. I had no idea what this was.
What is Dreaming Wild?
I had never heard of it in my life. The only thing about it was that Jack Dylan Grazer from Shazam was in it. Kid who plays Freddy. And my review of this movie was literally on Letterboxd. Jack Dylan Grazer's character is the definition of the word cuck in this.
What happens in the movie?
So he has so it's a present day. They're adults played by Casey Affleck, Ben Affleck's brother. I was like, really? That's movie ended and show. I'm like, that was Casey Affleck. But Paul's like, yeah, that was Casey Affleck. And then Zooey Deschanel is like his girlfriend from Elf. She was the main woman. And then so it's basically Casey Affleck and this other guy that I didn't know the actor, who are basically like a boy band, like not a boy band, but like a 70s like duo, like as children. And they're at odds with each other, but they were played by some kid some other kid, and then Jack Dylan Grazer, who was in Shazam, he plays the brother. So when they're kids, they put out an album, and this album reaches like all these big charts. So there's a part when they go to a school dance. And literally, all of these women, this girl is dancing with her date, and she's still staring at the singer on stage, the main boy. And then all these teen girls just around them, just gawking at him. And then Jack Dylan Grazer just stands there, and just like nobody wants him, they just want his brother. And then later in the movie, like he's just a cuck, like he just follows him around. All these women are on him, on her brother, and he gets nothing. Then literally, later in the movie, he's at a bar. Jack Dylan Grazer's at a bar because he's getting no bitches basically. He's sipping beer at a bar, and then just randomly, this one woman walks up to him and they start making out, and just like and then she's gone and they won't see her for the rest of the movie. I'm like, this dude is the definition of that word.
Wait, what? Was that his imagination or something?
No, it happens in the movie.
some girl randomly goes up to him, makes
Well,
out
just
and
starts
vanishes?
talking with him at a bar, yeah, and then they just start making.
All right.
That's what I said. That's the definition of the word "cuck" in that movie.
Alright, stop wasting time. Movie review. Go.
I'm just seeing what else. I saw.
What do you mean?
I said that movie theater camp Oppenheimer. Me and you.
We gotta
saw.
talk about Oppenheimer.
Real quick.
No, because Oppenheimer's gonna be a debate. Finish your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shit.
I also haven't seen Oppenheimer, and I can't give my thoughts.
Jess, you haven't watched Oppenheimer yet?
All right, we're gonna jump to Oppenheimer. Give your Turtles opinion.
Honestly,
I do better tread carefully, Khalid.
Honestly, you know what? All things considered, I'm gonna give this movie a 3.
Fuck you.
All right.
Fuck you.
All right.
I knew it was coming.
We can move on to Oppenheimer now.
No. Give your reasons.
Oh no.
Yes, you are, dude. I've been waiting for this for a month. Okay, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. That's it.
3 minutes.
I'm gonna time you. You said 3 stars, right? I'm gonna write that down so I have that on my list, so I can use that against you. Okay, I'm gonna time the clock. You are giving me 3 minutes on why you hated this movie, and I hate you so much for it. All right.
Okay.
Let's go up to 3 minutes.
Gav, what were the things you mentioned? Like the classes?
Restart the timer. So I did artwork.
Well, I already did that.
Cinematography.
Okay. Well, that's
Soundtrack.
also good. Soundtrack. Okay.
Story.
Okay. Go ahead, Logan. Start your little timer.
I'm not gonna say anything to you until you finish. I'm gonna contain myself, and I will probably have blood boiling in my veins.
Blast to this movie.
Go.
Oh, I gotta blast this movie?
Go.
Alright, so this movie wasn't funny at all. Had 0 good things about in terms of comedy. What happened to containing yourself? Okay, whatever. Alright, let's see. The story was absolute dog shit. I mean, Ooze and Seward, Turtle, Grandpa, Splinter, fucking old man, can't fight, cripple ass. April O'Neil is ugly as shit, stupid as shit. Her vomit tendency is retarded and should not be a character trope.
Whoa.
Let's see.
We just lost half our audience there.
Good.
What the hell happened?
Fucking
service.
That's crazy.
So I can't call Jesse back.
Well, I guess Jesse's gonna have to listen to the end of the podcast himself. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I have 0 bars.
Soundtrack. The music in this movie was absolutely not noticeable at all.
Thank you.
You had like 2 fucking scenes where I could hear it. Everything else was just like, where the fuck is music? Honestly, I don't even think there was music in this shit. The scene that Logan was hyping up, the one where it flips between the fucking
now
stages.
I'm actually gonna boil.
That one, honestly, that was not as cool as he made that shit seem. It was kind of just like, oh, it's a scene, cool.
I agree.
They're fighting around, da da da. Guardians of the Galaxy did it better. Like it didn't just, it doesn't matter.
My thoughts exactly.
All right, WW. Let's see. Raphael. I guess he was all right, but like all the other turtles with dog shit. Leo had a garbage personality. Mikey was boring as fuck. Donatello was just annoying, but whatever. One of the things, the only reason this movie got like any points for me was the acknowledgement of the movie that it was a fucking kids movie. Because you start the movie, I came in here starting the movie knowing damn well I didn't care for this movie, and then like.
Now see, that's just horrible at that.
And then starting 10 to 20 minutes into the movie, I had to realize, let me chill. It's a fucking movie for 4-year-olds and toddlers. So I gotta watch it for 4-year-olds and toddlers because anybody above the age of 13 is not actually watching this movie and like getting hype about it unless you're a fucking nerd.
True,
what happened to containing yourself, Logan?
Go.
You got 30 seconds left.
I'll pause it. I'll give you 30 extra seconds because I interrupted you. Go.
You're gonna give me 30 extra seconds.
Go.
Okay, let's see. The villains were dog shit. Literally all of them. The mutants turning good randomly made absolutely no diggity fucking sense at all.
I'll give you that.
I'm talking about like Superfly, like getting jumped by his own family that he raised. I don't like. Was I supposed to care?
I'm gonna interject. They expected me to feel bad for that man.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't care. him hopping into the ooze, and the fucking humans coming in to clutch up. Like,
Starting the 30 seconds.
what the fuck was that, bro? These motherfuckers are passing this bag up. Nobody's helping a rat on the street. You telling me April O'Neil was on this news site? Nobody knows who she is, right? And she looks at them and she says, these fucking turtles are trying to fight a mega fly and protect our city, and the entire human race came together and solved racism for fucking mutant turtles, bro. 3 out of 10.
Alright, oh, that was so good. You ended strong there, I'll give you that. I agree with some of your points. The villains, I'll give you. That was kind of dumb. How they just turned over right away. And that one fight scene, you were fucking nuts. That scene is absolutely incredible.
Nope.
I did not like the humans at the end either, because that's a trope every movie does ever since 9/11. If you watch a lot, because Spider-Man, I don't know if you noticed in the original Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire one, there's the one part where all of them are throwing, like in this movie, they're all throwing stuff at Green Goblin. Like, you messed with one of us, do you remember in Spider-Man? They had that, and that's because 9/11 had just happened, like, I think, like, 10 months before that movie came out, and they shot that as an additional scene.
What's crazy is, are you talking about Spider-Man 2?
No, the first one.
You can see in some of the first scenes, the Twin Towers are there, and then
In the
halfway
first one.
through the movie,
In the first
they
one.
disappear. That's crazy. Like, because they filmed it.
They edited a lot of it out. They digitally removed it. Zoolander was the original Zoolander with Ben Stiller came out like 2 weeks after 9/11. And there were multiple shots of the Twin Towers. They literally rushed and digitally removed them, I think, like before it came out.
That's crazy.
And yeah, so literally that whole part they added like after, like where they just throw, like the one part of Green Goblin, they just threw, all the New Yorkers are on the top, and they're just throwing like cans and just stuff, like you mess with one of them. So, and a lot of movies have done that since then.
I mean, I remember one of the things we were sitting over there, I was like, who the fuck threw a fridge? Because you can see a fridge fly out of her window. Like,
her husband was John Cena. What are you talking about? Threw it out of the window. So yeah, I'll give you that. What was another issue you had? Because I could literally refute your
Soundtrack.
Now,
no music.
Big middle finger for that one.
There was no music. They had the one He-Man song, the fucking utter censored Superfly, and that was it. Those are the two songs in the entire movie. The other things were just fucking
and that one
beeps.
song, was it "Kidnap That Fool"? What was that song called? Oh, what the frick was that song called? They play it twice in the movie. They play it at the beginning. They play it near the end.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Oh my gosh, dude! I could probably go on for an hour, but I have no idea because it's just not gonna be worth it. Yeah, fuck you. 3 out of 10. I kind of, and also okay. I want to say with the kids argument. I saw people on Twitter who were saying kids were bored. The adults loved it. I've seen a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people saying that online.
I could say the same thing about the Barbie movie, but the Barbie movie was actually good.
Facts.
This is better than Barbie, bro. I'm sorry. Barbie's amazing. If somebody says Barbie was better, I get where you're coming from. I get it. I don't blame you. I understand where you're coming from.
You're clearly blaming me.
Literally, I've never seen the Barbie movies, and I know it's better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I just hate because you guys are literally, most people have my opinion. That's the thing.
That's
about
crazy.
This.
You think I'm most people?
Exactly.
Did you see the 97% of Rotten Tomatoes?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm part of the 3% of normal humans.
All right, I'm going to show you guys a TikTok after this that I saw where literally one person has the same opinion as me and the other guy basically has your opinion. They just go back and forth like we basically are. The other guy gave it a 7. The other guy gave it a 9. And they were going back and forth. And like, you're crazy for giving it a 9. You're crazy for giving it a 7.
Both of them are too high.
Facts.
Nah, but...
Bro, I kind of want to fight you. I'm not going to, but...
Hey, bro. Don't
start it.
I'm
just joking.
Bro, fucking overturn this. Gonna play real fucking fast. Goddamn drums of liberation.
I think that's everything for the movie itself.
Okay.
But are we doing hot
So
takes?
4 out of
Well, that was
10,
technically your hot take.
3 out of 10, and 8 critically, 10 as a fan.
And Jesse was
7.5.
Now, I could give you the ranking being a critic.
Jesus Christ.
But, you know.
My rating
this
was
is
as a
your
critic.
least favorite Ninja Turtles movie. If you say that, I might actually. Because Ninja Turtles 3 is one of the worst movies ever made. Jesus Christ.
I got that Sukuna smile, man.
This is better than the Bay movies. It's definitely better than the Bay movies.
Definitely
bro.
not better than the Bay movies.
This is miles better than the Bay movies.
You know,
I'll
I'm
keep
going to
my mouth
save
shut.
this Oppenheimer discussion for next time.
Bro, what?
I'm going to save it for another time.
Why? We got 30 minutes left.
Because I have a lot to say about Oppenheimer.
Same.
And 30 minutes is not going to cut it.
I'm gonna have
We
to
managed to talk about this one thing.
I think I
for
liked
an
it the
hour and
least
35
out of
minutes.
I really liked it too. I thought it was a great movie. But I liked it the least out of
Well,
it.
you're not a history guy.
Could we talk about our screening though?
Our screening? Oh, how they started backwards and
Yeah,
turned
so
off?
we missed like 10 minutes of the movie. So when
I
we
told
saw
you about
we saw it in 70 millimeter, which by the way looked great.
Oh yeah.
So we saw, and literally the
Can I
line
say
to
something
get.
before you continue?
Okay.
The only thing I did not like about the 70mm is how it swapped between black and white and color. Pissed me off.
Well,
It's in the
That's how the
movie!
movie is. What?
I know, but like, if you're gonna make it black and white or color, either choose one, or do what.
That's not an issue with the
Okay,
70
wait,
millimeter. That's an issue you have with the movie itself.
Well, Logan's spitting. But, hold on. I am going to defend him, and I'm going to get on him.
Okay.
So, I don't think you can get on the movie for the black and white and color. But, the way they handled past, present,
That
and
confused
future
the hell
was
out of me.
what the fuck, bro.
That
It would be,
confused me.
you'd have the past be in black and white, then in color, then have the future be in black and white, then in color.
No, I thought it was like the future was in black and white and the past was in
No,
color.
because it swapped. That's the
That's
thing.
why I'm watching this. But like, what is with this? Like, I don't. That's what kind of brought me down on it. Was I was like, what is this? What's he trying to go for here?
Like you're saying, when the movie started and it was in black and white, I was like, yo, this entire movie is in black and white. That would be fucking amazing. Like
You knew it was going to be in color though because you saw the previews.
Yeah, but my first thought was, okay, the entire movie, most of the movie is going to be in black and white, and then somewhere around the halfway point it's going to transition. Which I would have thought is fine. Like, that's what The Wizard of Oz did, where, like, for, like, the first half hour, black and white, color for the rest. Don't swap back and forth. Because that just confuses, like he said, it just confuses people.
It was definitely a what is going. You weren't there for him trying to poison the teacher. But
Yeah,
I believe that scene.
I'll explain that how I missed that.
That scene was in color.
That scene was in color.
Yeah, and
Serious?
and it was like okay, and then when it got to it was just swapping back and
That's
forth.
why.
Maybe I have to look up. Maybe he did it for like
Yeah,
an
so literally,
artistic direction or
so let
something.
me explain to you what happened. So the line to get food was like 40 minutes. The movie started about 30 minutes. So I'm like, and I looked on their app. We're watching the previews. I'm like, I'm going to reserve a time to pick up the food, and I'll pick it up because it allows because you can pick up food and just take it from the. So literally, when I'm about to go run and get food when the movie starts, well, to be fair, the movie I had to pick up food at 5. Or like 6 or something. The movie started around 5:50, I think, or something. Around 4, I think like 4:50 it started around. And literally, because it's all the previews are in digital, and then literally there's a 30-second pause between that terrible Nicole Kidman AMC had and the start of the movie. It was like it stopped, and they changed it over to film. Mm-hmm. Movie starts rolling, the Universal logo, but like that doesn't look right.
Yeah, I was thinking, huh?
And we're looking at it like that doesn't look. And it was backwards.
You
the
see-
Universal
yeah, you just
text read backwards.
So instead of coming in from
Or
the right,
that
it
way
came
on
in
your
from
side.
the left.
And then
And
instead of
all-
saying university, it
And
said
everybody in the
literally
theater
Universal.
yelled, "It's the wrong way!"
Literally everybody.
It's the wrong way. They stopped it. The best part was the guy next to us.
He said somebody got dyslexia.
He was like, "I could have bootlegged this movie. Watch a bootleg movie." He said,
Yeah, and then...
And so we're like, okay, so when the movie starts, they'll start it from the beginning, right? They'll start it from
That's
the
what you
beginning.
would think.
That's what you would think, right? They started if it was still playing. We missed the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Okay, I had asked him what it was, and apparently it was the Einstein scene at the end of the movie. That's all.
Serious?
That's all it was. It was like him talking to Einstein.
The very beginning of the movie is him talking to Robert Downey Jr. about the teaching position.
Oh man!
Then
that completely changes the movie for me.
And then he shows the house. He shows a house. It's like the teacher position comes with living. And then they see Einstein sitting there over the river. He walks up to Einstein. It's about a minute and a half of whatever Robert Downey Jr.'s character was walking over in silence.
So you still don't know what Einstein says?
No, at that point you don't.
Okay.
And then the end of the movie is the exact same. The
but
beginning
from,
is in black
but
and white.
from
the beginning
Oppenheimer
is
and Einstein's.
Yeah, so the beginning is Robert Downey Jr. in black and white, his perspective. End of the movie is Oppenheimer's perspective in color, the exact same scene, but you hear what they're talking about.
I was about to say, because I was going to be like, if they seriously showed their conversation at the beginning of the movie, that changes the whole movie for me. But, okay, they didn't show that. Because I was thinking, like, the whole movie, I'm like, I'm invested to know what he said. Okay, so that still stands then. Mm-hmm. So we missed the movie basically started when the text showed up, with, like, the text and the explosion on screen. That's basically when it started, I think.
That had me engaged. I don't remember what the quote was, but it was, like, the guy who gave humans fire.
So basically...
And then got changed.
And then, so I saw that, and I saw the next 5 minutes. Basically, right when he goes up to the teacher. And then my thing, I'm like, I gotta go pick up the popcorn. I'm like, no, he's in a classroom. Nothing's gonna happen. I go out, get the popcorn. I come back and be like 5-10 minutes later. I'm like, what did I miss? He's because like, you missed a freaking lot, bro. I'm like, wait, what? Mm-hmm. And so after the movie, I'm like, what did I miss? I'm like, yeah, he poisoned his teacher, and it's basically gives you the whole reason for why he's so basically mentally insane for wanting to create a bomb in the first place. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, he like missed the whole like late to class. And then, like, the whole encounter of him trying to, like,
I want this movie to come out in digital so badly now because I want to watch it again.
He like, takes a syringe and, like, puts a syringe in the apple.
Yeah, so, yeah, he gets...
Or at least just watch the first 20 minutes.
Case. Takes a syringe, gets a syringe full of cyanide, poisons the apple, and then walks out the next day,
wakes up.
Sprints to class,
he's in a rush.
Like, super duper fucking early. The teacher's there talking to another teacher. And then the teacher's like, yo, class don't start for another 30 minutes. And then he and then, not the teacher, but
it was some guy who gave a lecture about physics.
The other teacher, not the one who he was trying to poison, did not take the apple. Some random third party took the apple, was about to bite it, and then Oppenheimer ran up and smacked the shit out of his hand.
And then he was like looking at him like he was crazy, and then Oppenheimer picked it up and threw it in the trash. I would have been like, why did you do that? But they didn't ask him anything like that. So
no, he gave a reason.
Did he? I don't remember him doing that.
I don't think he asked why, but Oppenheimer said something. And then one of the teachers was like, even the most curious of minds, dude, like something. I think. I don't know. But he said something after the fact.
Now I want to rewatch the movie whenever it comes out because I got to see that.
I need to I'm rewatching.
I'll probably rewatch the whole thing too. I really liked it. The only thing I think with it, I thought the last act, like all the legal stuff, it just kind of dragged it a little bit. But like, it was a really solid movie. I really liked it.
I'd give it like an 8.
You said a 10 at first. That's solid.
Yeah, but letting it
simmer.
Letting my thoughts develop.
It's not your favorite Christopher Nolan movie, I assume.
Absolutely not.
Okay. What's your favorite?
Either Interstellar or Tenet.
Okay.
Oh, Tenet is one people.
Whoa! I was about to say Tenet's one people are like.
People don't really like
that's
Tenet.
That's a mixed. Yeah. That's a mixed bag. A lot of people for that one. Because people say you can't even understand like half of the movie or something, like because they're all muffled.
I still gotta watch Insurgents.
Subtitles.
I remember people were the subtitles. People were so excited to watch with subtitles. Most of it is like muffled speech. It says.
Is that what it said for me?
Yeah, apparently that's what it is.
That's not what it said for me. I had actual text.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Interstellar, obviously. I love space.
That movie, oh my god.
The CGI, beautiful. The story, beautiful. soundtrack. I listened to that. I listened to some of those songs daily.
Yo,
man.
that one specific
Like the
score.
Like
yeah,
the score?
one score that
Cornfield
song.
Chase.
That was one thing
That
about
shit is
Oppenheimer.
fucking-
Oppenheimer's score was great.
Oh, 100%.
That would probably win. I think that's gonna win the Oscar. I think for best.
Bro,
original
fun
score.
fact: Christopher Nolan actually flew them into a black hole. No, I'm joking.
That'd be crazy, bro.
He might as well.
Practical
have.
effects.
The bomb wasn't CGI. They used to put. I think it was baking because they couldn't let off an actual atomic bomb.
No,
but
I know what they
I think
I
they
thought
used
it
like a
was a
mix
tr-
of
it was
like
a
I think it
training
was
bomb.
powder and just a bunch to create
What they
it.
did was see the wide angle view of the mushroom cloud. That was CGI. That's the only CGI.
Did
I've
you
seen in
notice
the
the
movie.
few Disney Channel stars or like Nickelodeon stars?
Yeah, like Josh
Josh Peck and the kid from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
That's the one who put the pressed or yeah.
He was
pressed
one who
the
pressed
button.
the button.
Pressed the
And Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid was one of them.
There was someone else. There was a third one.
I didn't hear about that one.
button.
I didn't even see Josh Peck. I noticed right away, but I didn't notice Roderick. I would have to just look at a picture.
There was someone else I noticed like immediately. Hold on. I'm gonna Google Oppenheimer cast.
That's fucking. Yeah. What's the one he made? The other movie that starts with an I as well.
Rami Malek.
Not Interstellar.
Oh, I know who Rami Malek is.
Yeah, he was in there. Because I watched Mr.
He's not
Robot.
I was saying Disney Channel stars like those
but
child
I watched
stars.
Mr. Robot like fucking 6 years ago when it came out.
He's a great actor.
I loved that series. Man.
He was great as Freddie Mercury.
That was a good one.
Great as Freddie Mercury.
What were
You
gonna
can
say?
argue about the movie
What's
not
the
being great, but
other-
he was freaking great in it.
What's the other Christopher Nolan movie that starts with an I? Not Interstellar, but
Inception.
Inception. That's what it is.
I gotta watch some
couldn't
Christopher
get
Nolan
behind-
movies.
I couldn't get behind Inception.
I have to
That's the
watch
one most
Inception.
people love too.
See, no,
That's what everybody
it's
raves
a good
about.
movie. The effects are great in that movie.
What's the plot about?
Dreams.
You've never seen it?
No.
Me and you should
So-
watch that movie because I own it. I
So
think I own it.
it's all about them trying to figure out what dreams are. So he like goes into people's dreams and shit. Like he'll like have two people sleeping side by
That's
side.
the one, right, where the walls turn and they're jumping on the wall and they're using a
Yeah,
knife.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I've seen that clip. It's
What?
a famous clip. And
Because it's all
Khalid,
about how
Gavin.
dreams warp the like do shit.
the dreidel, right? The ending of the movie is the dreidel spinning and it falls down. The spinner.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that too.
But no, there's a scene where they're fighting in a school hallway, and the school hallway just fucking starts rotating 90 degrees, and they're sitting there, falling inside the hallway because gravity still goes this way, but like they're just fucking like.
I've seen a lot
So
of.
like, say like the lockers are like this. They're standing on the floor. It starts to rotate. Now they're standing on the lockers. Now they're standing on the ceiling. But they're like fighting in the middle of that shit.
Like not exactly like Doctor. Like remember Doctor Strange? Like they're just like all the buildings are starting to turn over.
Yeah.
Is it because okay?
Fucking.
That's
like the
Khalid,
best way to
if you want to
describe
watch it, I own it.
Alright, I'll take you up on that.
I've never seen it, but I do own it. I own that. I own two of his movies. The Dark Knight movies, of course. I own the Batman ones. And I own Dunkirk and I own Inception.
Dunkirk was great. I saw Dunkirk in theaters with my dad. That was a really fucking
Man,
good movie.
I gotta watch Christopher Nolan's filmography. I always say him and Tarantino. Those are the two directors I gotta watch. I gotta get into.
Christopher Nolan is probably my favorite director. Maybe.
Of all time. A lot of people do say. People say he's never made a bad movie.
You know what? Because I can't think of any other director.
I was talking to
then,
Paul
yeah,
about that.
I
Paul's
agree.
like, "Have you seen The Dark Knight Rises?" I'm like, "Yeah, Dark Knight Rises is a decent movie. It's not the best Batman movie, but it's a good movie." He's like, "Bro, that movie sucks." I'm like, "What? Dark Knight Rises is a good movie."
This is why we hate Paul.
Yeah.
He has. I'm not joking. He doesn't just hate it. He has it at 0.5 star out of 10.
What?
Like I said, I don't think it's great. It's easily the worst of the three, but like I think it's a solid movie. One thing I didn't get to is I was like, man, come on, dude, that whole collapsing scene with where the stadium collapses. I'm like, dude, that's a great scene where they're with the national anthem and then he's running and that's a great scene. That's a really great scene. He's like, bro, that scene sucks. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's like the best scene in the whole movie. Anyway, so we got like 10 more minutes till it hits 2 hours. You want to do hot takes?
I don't know what hot takes would be.
Yeah, what would we do? What have we done?
Because I already shat my
I thought
Turtles.
we did like DC like superhero movies and like what have we talked about this episode? Turtles, which we've already gone too much on a lot about that, so we don't have to. Wax figures, I don't know. Celebrity crushes, I don't know. Smash or pass? I'm just kidding.
Fucking smash or pass. Let's see.
I've honestly had that idea for like if I'm still single during Valentine's Day, that's gonna be my video. Just smash or pass video.
That's crazy.
Just do it now.
God. Huh. Let's see. No, because you guys don't drink coffee.
I drink coffee.
You drink coffee?
Yes.
I don't think Gav.
Every day.
No, Gav doesn't drink coffee. Gav's the one who doesn't.
McDonald's coffee is usually the best. I used to.
You are fucking wildin'. That's not coffee.
It's caffeine.
That's not fucking coffee though.
That's my
So you
source
said
of
I'm
caffeine.
wildin' for liking McDonald's coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your coffee choice then?
Literally anything. Like fucking Wawa has better coffee than
Nah,
McDonald's.
McDonald's coffee's good.
Have you tried Wawa's coffee? Let me go and next time I'm here, I'm gonna go grab you a batch of fucking Wawa.
Okay.
Do you like black?
I'm saying
like
though, I don't
coffee?
drink McDonald's like from the place. I have the Keurigs. I put into the machine
Oh,
and you
okay,
push it
okay,
down.
okay,
That stuff's
okay.
good.
Okay,
Like,
that's
they're the
different.
best one I've had. And
That's
then with Dunkin' Donuts creamer is good.
Okay. You've just redeemed
The
yourself.
Alchemist. Like, the fuck are you talking about? Mixing shit together?
That's how you make coffee. I know you don't like coffee.
No,
like-
but he's using two different brands. But if you use
Okay,
McDonald's
that's how you
coffee,
cook it up. That's-
Use McDonald's creamer.
No, that's not how it works. You gotta cook. You gotta let it cook. I'm telling
Someone
you.
cooked to you.
I'm sure one day you're gonna find a coffee that you think is absolutely fucking banger, and then they're gonna reveal to you it has 16 different elements from 16 different places.
I just don't drink coffee.
I'm gonna make you drink coffee one day.
I've had coffee many times.
I'm gonna make you drink good coffee one day. Get you addicted. Logan, do you drink hot or iced coffee?
Hot.
Okay.
Oh, who drinks iced coffee?
Everyone.
I'll go for both. They're good. It's either way. It depends what you put in there. Okay, with no hot takes. Can we end the episode? Please.
You want to end the episode right now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so fuck both of you for not liking Turtles. I'll never get over it. Okay, I'll get over it because I'm one of those people too. I won't get like
You hold a grudge.
I won't get like super pissed if you don't like a movie. Movies are subjective. Look, there's some movies people absolutely love that I hate. Look, Shang-Chi. Well, I don't hate Shang-Chi. I think it's decent, but
That's one of the things that
Okay.
pisses me off. Shang-Chi is a great
the
movie.
big one for me that everybody's like, you're nuts, is I hate The Breakfast Club. People are like, what?
I mean, I can understand it. It's not one
maybe should watch it again. What's the funniest movie you've ever seen?
Oh boy.
Listen, bro, I haven't laughed at a movie in like a long time.
Because there's no good comedies anymore.
Yeah.
That's why I was talking to Jaden, and I was telling him, I was like, I'm writing a movie, or me and Khalid are writing a movie, and we're just trying to make it like just the most like vulgar humor, just like the most like kind of offensive, but like at parts. Because Jaden's like, bro, you two should do that, bro. Because he's like, why are you not making a freestyle? Why are you not making pop culture kid movie too? I'm like, bro, that time has passed. But I was like, so me and Khalid start writing this like vulgar R-rated comedy. He's like, bro, you should do that. He's like, bro, and he starts naming like, there's all these great vulgar. He names the ones I'm like, okay, that's a good movie, but like that's not what comes. I think he named like Step Brothers with Will Ferrell and John, which is a good movie.
That shit is so old though.
Because there's been no good comedies in like 10 to 15 years.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
One of my favorite Will Ferrell comedy is
I
the
don't
Other Guys. That movie's fucking hilarious.
I used to go around saying Medea because it was the only fucking movie that I could think of that was just a comedy movie. So I was like, oh, that movie.
I don't know.
Or literally any of
My-
I
them.
haven't watched a Medea
funniest-
movie
although
in a
look,
while.
Although, look, I mean,
Perfectly fine.
as you know, I love Clerks and Dogma, but like the funniest movie that I've ever seen, probably Airplane. I remember watching that movie for the first time. I couldn't.
There are motherfucking snakes. Is that one?
No, that's Snakes on a Plane.
Oh.
That's a movie that like started. That started out as actually like a serious movie. It started out as like a serious movie, but then like they just made it into a joke. They just didn't care
Whatever
anymore.
happened to Logan Paul's airplane movie?
I don't even.
Airplane Mode, which is like the. Literally, it's like a parody of Airplane, which is already a parody within itself. So.
You know what? You know what's the funniest movie? Cell. The Stephen King adaptation movie for Cell, because that's genuinely the worst movie.
I was about to say that's not a comedy, but I've heard it's so bad.
Genuinely one of the worst movies
It just
I've
makes you
ever
laugh.
seen. That shit is horrible. Honestly, that movie felt
Is it what Winnie the Pooh should have been, where it was just so bad it was hilarious?
Okay, here's my thing about that movie. That movie felt like somebody with a budget of $10 made it. Like, I genuinely cannot believe this is an official movie with like official props.
Worse
and, like,
than Dark Tower?
An actual budget. Yes! It's not even close. Dark Tower's a fucking masterpiece, apparently, if you're comparing it to this shit. I remember this one scene. Oh my god, had no actors. Oh my god, dude, it was so fucking bad. And it's like, the movie doesn't have like transitions. It like cuts. It's just like, how was this made? But, oh my god, man. I remember watching that hype. I'm like, oh, let's go. Let me go watch this movie.
So I've heard of that movie.
Then,
Sam Jackson's in it, right?
Yes. It's when you get
How
to
is
the point
he in it?
Okay, this is the thing. That's like when you go, if you want to watch a movie or like a YouTube clip of the movie, like one of the comments you'll see is something like, Samuel Jackson is the only person who could be in this movie and still have his career intact. Like, I don't know
He's done a few movies from like Snakes on a Plane.
Watch
for
Cell.
example.
You know what? That's what I'm gonna make you do. I'm gonna make you
Watch Cell.
I'm gonna make you watch Cell.
How long is it? Is it a long movie?
I mean,
only be like an hour and a half.
it'll feel like a 5-hour movie to you.
Cell movie.
If you come back and say you like this movie, I'm done with this podcast.
Probably won't.
It's a
Look
joke.
at these
It's
scores.
a joke.
I probably won't.
That came out in 2016. How
1 hour and 38 minutes. It's probably bad.
What? It came out in 2016.
Stephen King movie coming out, what, 2 years before it? That was that shit?
Oh, fucking.
Did you guys like either of the It's?
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked both of them. People hated the second one.
The second one's better.
I thought they were about the same. I liked them both about the same.
I think I liked the first one more, but the second one is also good.
Because everybody was like, I hated the second one. Like, it was just a continuation. I thought I thought they were casted perfectly. They felt like the adult versions of those. That was perfectly casted, all of them.
Nobody understands.
A little too long, I thought, on the second one. But I was like, that was a good. I don't get the hate for that one. I enjoyed it. I don't think they're great, but I enjoyed both of them. Okay, we're an hour and 58 minutes. I got to cut that whole part out. Probably make it an hour 56. So, okay, so again, although I respect your opinions, and I've also heard some opinions that have been negative towards it, so that's why I'm used to it. So, but I still completely disagree. Alright, so this has been Bullshit with the Boys with Logan, Khalid, and Gavin and Jesse for like half of it when he's not here anymore. Have a great day, guys. Hopefully we'll see you soon.